Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. You've reached the Fanatics of Film, and my name is Ben. Thank you so much for joining me. An in-depth look at the Aquaman trailer. So this opening sequence is really great. We've got this inside the snow globe. You got the two different parents from two different worlds, which is great. So you've got this really cool thing developing, and of course this was all told in the New 52 comics that I read. You know, they keep flashing back, so I'm wondering if that's how they're going to tell the story of this movie. That kind of flashing back and forth between. That's probably, I could probably see then that's kind of how they're doing that. Probably show him in a contemporary characterization, or in a temporary timeline. And then jumping back and forth and showing him remembering parts, which is kind of how Man of Steel was done, and of course, Batman Begins. Very emotional trailer. This really got me, really moved me, big time, and it's great to also see them kind of being superhuman in the sense that the Atlanteans, or at least in this continuity, the Atlanteans being able to have some sort of superhuman strength, which is really cool, and see them doing their movement so fast in and out of water, like particularly her dive there. That was kind of cool. So, and I was a product of the love that should never have been. That's what he says there. And I was a product of a love that never should have been. I love that, how she says you could unite our worlds one day. So there's obviously been this separation. I hope that we understand, we get to see kind of more of what happened there previously. I hope we do get some history involved with the separation of where that happened. Son of the land and son of the sea. So that was really kind of cool. Very poetic. I absolutely love the music. I think it's so great. And it's like, how it's been described in a lot of ways. And so like Aquaman's like Superman underwater. You are the bridge between man and sea. So once again, that links back to the Man of Steel type thing. You're, you know, a bridge between two peoples. That's what Russell Crowe's character, Jor-El's character, would say. You know, said you're the bridge. You could be the bridge between two peoples, bringing people together. And so I think this will be really cool if they really drive that home. If they really drive that home and drive that would be really amazing. Being able to feel the unity between ocean people and land people, which would be really, hopefully they do. I'm really optimistic on that. Hopefully they do.
Take your rightful place as king.
Take your rightful place as king. So that's cool how they show the the Warner Brothers in DC in the sand there. That was cool. This is really cool that they're showing us this extra footage.
It's real.
Of course it's not working. It's been sitting here collecting dust since before the Sahara was a desert.
Before the Sahara was a desert. Let's just say you do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all. Right, now hold still.
Hey, what are you doing?
We need water. You're the closest source.
So I do like that dynamic that they have. That looks kind of cool. Kind of like a Han and Leia type thing. What's happening there? We've got this cool thing that's happening between the two of them. That's cool. I'm psyched for that. So yeah. So Mara's, in case you don't know, Mara's Aquawoman, or Mara. Her power is she's able to control water like it is. Like Magneto can with metal. Her whole thing is really interesting. I mean, there are moments in the current comic book timeline of Aquaman where she's basically threatening people. I could just pull all the water out of your body because she can control it, like Magneto controls metal. So she can pull all the water out of their body immediately, just like that. So. Very interesting stuff there, and very scary and lethal power there. That's really cool. The luminescence, the That's really cool. The luminescence that a lot of characters, hopefully we'll see a lot of underwater characters that have bioluminescence, which is a really cool thing. Yeah, and of course, we've got the... That's cool.
Show off. Could have just peed on it.
I do love the music.
In this trident resides the power of Atlantis.
And Jason Momoa had said, you know, like it's like Star Wars underwater. You know, that's kind of basically what's happening.
If you seek my power, journey beyond the edge of the world to the hidden sea.
And so those are right there. Those are the trenchers, which are at least that's what I think it is. Hard to tell, but that's what it looks like they are. They're trenchers, which are kind of just this being a humanoid species that lives in the trench, the Ariana Trench, the Atlantic Trench, which is some of the deepest places in the ocean. And I think that's what's going on there. I'm not sure what the light is. I think it might be, maybe it's Aquaman and Aquawoman leading them down, because the story in the comics is Aquaman and Aquawoman leading them down to the, or at least going down to the bottom to figure out what's going on with them, because they had taken some people down there. This is really cool. This is going to be really great to see, like the dueling back and forth, the fight between the two brothers, you know, and of course you'll be able to empathize or sympathize with the antagonist brother, because he'll be saying stuff like, "Oh, it's not worth it. It's not his birthright. He's a bastard," that type of thing. So really classic family stuff that can be you know, mythologically fun. That's cool. I'm not sure what that was though. Okay, so we have the clash of the tridents. And so I'm not sure. Okay, so this... Hold on. So the forging of the trident. So we'll see the forging of the trident. That's cool. That's really cool. And I think that's his father saying, "You seek my power." That's cool. What did he say there? Okay, if you seek my power, then journey to the end of the world. Journey to the world, to the edge of the world. Hold on. The edge of the world to the hidden sea. Then journey to the world, edge of the world to the hidden sea. So that's really, really cool. This will be a really cool thing. It's a journey. There'll be a journey involved. There'll be a hero's journey. Wonderful, wonderful. That'll be great. So, you know, of course, so he's got to travel somewhere to, you know, it seems to me like he's going to have to travel somewhere to gain that power, that he can win back the crown. So what was that? I want to figure out what that was. And so his brother in the classic other books is that, you know, he's had an evil edge to himself, so he's kind of selfish, and so he's going to bring destruction to somewhere, and so it's going to force Arthur Curry to get involved and want to come and want to take care of his family. So this will be great. It's a total hero's journey business going on there. So I'm not sure what that's going. So there's obviously this ultimate power that is probably his brother probably has already acquired, and that he has to, and that Arthur has to acquire to stand up to him. And so this, of course, this scene is obviously, this probably we'll see at the beginning, or at least it might be and it might end up being a flashback at some point, but it'll you know, illustrating the previous, you know, the original Atlantis, the above water Atlantis.
What?
Should we have written it down first?
I memorized it. Didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What did you say?
something trident.
That was really funny. Oh, it was great to see that, though. It was really cool to see that. We're going to see that again.
It would unite all our kingdoms, above and below. Hey, wait!
What?
Should we have written it down first?
I memorized it. Didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What did you say?
something trident.
The beast has awakened.
I'm really curious to. I'm really, really excited to see the different creatures underwater too, especially you know, with James Wan being a horror director. I imagine we'll see some really cool underwater horror. Hopefully, we'll get some cool underwater horrific aspects to that.
For Atlantis to rise again.
Okay, so we have submarine attacking. Let's go back there. So we have, there's this whole other thing. So we obviously will have to have two different, completely two different underwater peoples at battling. This looks amazing. I love the art. I do love the art direction.
The time has come for Atlantis to rise again.
So that's, of course, Arthur's brother being selfish. He probably wants Atlantis to rise above water. What's that business? Not sure what that is. Okay, and then... of course, Black Mantis and his entourage. This looks awesome. Oh, I'm so psyched for this. Badass. Yeah, so good. So cool. Whoa.
That was awesome.
It's coming to the surface. You are not going to win this.
Billions will die unless you help us.
And so, of course, like the biggest thing that's going to be happening here, the biggest, or at least challenge that that Arthur and Namera are gonna face, or at least Arthur is going to face, is going to be against his brother, because that's going to be the biggest, deepest threat, and will probably be at the end.
The war is coming to the surface. You are not going to win this.
The water's coming to the surface. What did he say?
It's coming to the surface.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface.
Oh, the war. Sorry, the war is coming to the surface.
You are not going to win this.
You're not going to it. So yeah, that's always been kind of a part of the big part of the comics, is that, you know, Arthur, excuse me, his brother, wanting to attack the people on land, and Arthur having to being also a land dweller, having to step up and stop him from doing so, and probably having to convince many other people that they shouldn't attack the land dwellers as well.
Billions will die unless you help us.
That's what I'm talking about. That guy, whatever that was. That looks cool as hell. So that's more of the trenchers. Right there. Those are the trenchers. They're, you know, once again, they're probably being led down by the light. That's probably what distracted them or got them away from the surface.
I'm no leader. I'm not a king.
Atlantis is over.
Trying to figure out what that...
Now we need something more.
What could be greater than a king?
That looks really, really fun, man.
Millions will die unless you help us.
Just have to get... That looks really great. So he's probably going to be... That's Aquaman plummeting through that giant monster. And this, I don't know what this is. That glowing fortress of sorts. That's interesting. That looks pretty cool. The art direction looks beautiful. It looks like there's an army in there. So I'm wondering...
Now it needs something more.
What could be greater than a king?
A hero.
Badass.